So project avoidance. We all do it. And if you've been around, you know that this project right here is one that I have been actively avoiding. So what better backdrop for us to talk about it? Our projects are meant to bring us peace and joy, sense of purpose. And suddenly it starts to feel like a chore. You almost feel like you're having to force yourself to get this done. Instead of being relaxed, you start to feel bored and restless. I am in the wrong spot. Look at that, y'all. Already screwing up. Ha ha ha. So while I'm fixing this, let's keep talking. Just so you know, you are not alone. Creative burnout is real. I have seen many creators on YouTube talk about being burnt out by their craft, not knowing what to do about that. We all go through it. You're not alone. It can happen to anyone. Again, even people who absolutely love their craft deeply. Losing your spark doesn't mean it's gone forever. It's just a sign that there's a shift needed. So let's talk about why you might be burnt out and avoiding your projects. And just some quick little tips about what we can do. So first and foremost, you might be putting too much pressure on yourself. Take this project, for example. If you've been around for a little while, you keep seeing me talk about she's overdue, she's a year overdue, I should have had her done last year. I am putting a lot of pressure on myself with this project. I want to get it done. I want to get it gifted and be able to move on to the next thing. I'm putting a deadline on myself. It's making it start to feel more like I should do it rather than I want to do it. It drains you. Deadlines make it an obligation now. Pardon me while I anchor my thread. So how can you shift your focus a little bit there and alleviate some of that burnout? Well, take a break from it. If you have something that you have deemed must finish, and that's just because that's what you've decided, or you put a deadline on it for yourself, take a break from it. Start something just for fun. Let go of some self-imposed rules that you might have put on yourself, such as, I am not allowed to start another project or buy another pattern till this one is done. Your crafts are for you. The goal isn't to finish anything. It's to be crafty for crafty's sake. Just enjoy the process. I'm getting threads caught. I'm sorry, y'all. The fun never stops. There we go. Hopefully that helps. Maybe you are stuck in a creative rut. You're always working on the same types of projects, whether that be cross stitch, diamond painting, what have you. Your brain might be craving something new and stimulating. Our last discussion video, we talked about the difficulty in finishing things because we want that constant dopamine rush. This is no different. So try something new. Try a new technique. If you always diamond paint, try picking up a cross stitch. If you always knit, try picking up crochet. Change your focus, or just pick up something easy, something small to break up the monotony. If you do the large diamond paintings, do a mini canvas. You can get that done in an hour. Burnout isn't always about crafting. It's also about you. If you are overwhelmed or stressed or emotionally exhausted, hi, I am you. I am your people. But it might make your creativity begin to feel blocked. So instead of pushing through, take a real break. Step away from your craft for a few days, maybe even weeks, and don't feel guilty about that. It'll be there waiting for you. Maybe reconnect with what originally made you love the craft. Was it a certain style of art, certain type of pattern, or just the fact that sitting here stitching or placing those diamonds is just relaxing and meditative? Focus on that. Maybe you've lost that sense of play. The joy you got when you picked up your craft. Remember when you first started, everything was an experiment. You weren't afraid to try new things, fail maybe. It didn't matter. You were having fun. But sometimes as we get better at our craft, we start to lose that sense of playfulness. We become focused on perfection. Here's that word again. Or following the rules that everybody has set for you. That's especially true in the diamond painting community. I feel like there's rules that you need to follow. I am not one to pay attention to that. But anyways, give yourself permission to make something ugly, something that's just fun. Use scrap threads or scrap yarn if you knit. Experiment with freeform. Pick up those freeform patterns from Forever Young and just throw some colorful diamonds down on the canvas just to do it. Or you could join a craft along. There's lots of events in the diamond painting communities. I know there's always a stitch along going on in the cross stitch community. Join one of those or create your own challenge. Another one, stop comparing yourself to others. I started this channel with several goals in mind, but one of them was just the fact that, you know what? Sometimes we've got 15 whips going. Sometimes we don't finish things. And it's okay. There is no one here judging you for it. Because like I said earlier, I'm your people. Hi, how you doing? My name's Jen. Social media can be a great source of inspiration, but it can also make us feel like we are falling behind. You've got diamond painting creators who are finishing up 3, 4, 5 canvases a month. I'm lucky if I can get that done in a year. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have hours in my day to sit and diamond paint. There's cross stitchers out there who are finishing up a couple projects a month sometimes. It depends on the size. Full coverage people, no, they're not finishing up that many, but they're making progress on their full coverage piece, which I haven't picked mine up in forever, my cross stitch full coverage. We won't talk about that though. But you see these creators finishing things. You see their beautifully staged photos, and you just start to feel like, why doesn't my work look like that? Why can't I finish that many projects? I'm never going to be that good. Remind yourself that Instagram is not real life. Pinterest is definitely not real life. Social media is like a highlight reel. It's not reality. People aren't posting the tangles on the back of their work, the knots that showed up, or the diamonds that are all over their floor because they keep dropping them. Y'all, look at me. I am always messing up, starting new things, dropping crap everywhere. If there is an account you're following that's making you feel inadequate, just mute it, unfollow it, block it. You don't need that in your life. Focus on your own creative journey. That was reason number 2 I started my channel. I have a creative journey that I want to record. It's not perfect, but it's me. Just remember, you're not in competition with anybody. Sometimes you start to feel isolated in your creativity. Do I personally know people that cross stitch? No. Do I personally know other people that diamond paint? No. I don't have other crafter types that I can get together with, chit chat, and just create with. Crafting is often a rather solitary activity, which can bring you peace, but sometimes that lack of connection might be causing our problem. Sometimes we need to share that sense of creativity to reignite our passion, which is where, again, social media can be a benefit. joining Facebook groups, finding YouTube channels. Apparently Discord is a thing. I'm old, I don't know anything about Discord. Finding groups of people that share that same sense of passion. So something you could do, join a craft group. You might be lucky enough to have something local. If not, a virtual stitch night, meeting up with some people that you've met online on Zoom or FaceTime. That could be great. That could be such a benefit to your creativity. Try, again, like I said, a diamond painting event or a stitch along, some kind of craft along, depending on what your craft of choice is. Again, building that sense of community might, again, reignite something. Another thing that a lot of us are going to suffer from, especially here in the unfinished projects world, is a fear of judgment or sense of guilt. I have too many whips, or I have too big of a stash. There's so much stash shaming going on these days, people. Who cares what somebody else is buying? Let them buy it. You worry about yourself. You do you. And again, that's one of the points of this channel. There are more people like me, like you, than social media admits to. Look for your people. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for my people. So let's go back to what can we do? These are just some ideas that I'm coming up with on the fly here. I am not an expert in burnout. I am always burnt out, y'all. But you could give yourself a reset day. Just pick something up, no goals, no pressure to finish. Just experiment. Learn a new stitch, learn a new craft. Start a new blanket with some scrap yarn, what have you. Make something tiny. Like I said, pick up a mini canvas. Having a set of mini canvases on the go just for something quick to get done and get that little dopamine rush, I think is really beneficial. Or cross stitch a bookmark, something small. Set yourself up a ritual when you craft. Light a candle, grab a drink, whether coffee, cocoa, tea, put on some favorite music or your favorite podcast. I have a feeling that a lot of us crafters are true crime fans. I listen to some political stuff sometimes or sciencey stuff because I'm a nerd. Just turn your crafting into just a relaxing and joyful experience. Another thing, pick up an old project that maybe you haven't touched in a little while. Something that used to bring you joy, revisiting that familiar stitch or pattern or craft can just remind you sometimes of why you fell in love with what it is you do. Organize your supplies. Sometimes just reorganizing your workspace, tidying things up a little bit can make crafting feel inviting again. Instead of, oh my gosh, it's going to take me 35 minutes to find this, this, and this. Whatever your choice of community might be, whether it's an in-person crafting group or a Facebook group or TikTok or YouTube channels or, again, Discord. I don't know anything about Discord. Educate me, y'all. Find a community. Find your people. Find a creator that inspires you, not one that makes you feel you're like you're being judged. You know what got me back into diamond painting after my many year break? I just ran into diamond painting YouTube channels, the ASMR kind. Watching people just sit there and place their drills perfectly was like, oh, that just makes me want to grab one of my canvases, go for it. Yes, I don't place my diamonds perfectly. I mean, I would like to be like some of these people when I grow up, but it's just something meditative about it. Same thing with stitching. It is calming. I told you before, I told you a couple of videos ago, I picked this fairy up recently during my husband's recent hospital stay because you know what? It just was calming. just to sit here and stitch. Do I want a medical emergency to be the only reason why I pick her up? No. Hence why we're having this discussion. The whole point is you're not alone. This is my project I've been avoiding. Probably because I have set a deadline for her. Probably because I know that once I finish her, I already know what my next ones are going to be. I have other ones that I have set deadlines for myself. That is where I am setting myself up. Perhaps one thing I can do for myself, set up a time of day where it's my cross-stitching time. Not my diamond painting time, not my YouTube time, my cross-stitch time. Maybe some of the times I work on her, but maybe some of the other times I work on the 28 other whips. Estimate, but probably lowballing it, that I have to cross-stitch and finish. That way, I'm getting some variety back. Variety is the spice of life. So in the comments below, y'all, what do you do to avoid burnout? If you are feeling burnt out and you're like, oh my God, this is me. Is there anything from this video that you picked up that you found helpful, inspiring? Let me know. In the meantime, just go craft something today. Enjoy it and have fun. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.